welcome to Flannel Acres. Today I'm going to show you how to and how not to dry green beans. I read in a historical fiction book recently that what they used to do in the old days before there was canning is string up the beans on a string and hang them to dry. And then they could rehydrate them or put them in stews or whatever during the winter and they'd be fine. Now I tried this and this is what I've got here. I strung my green beans up on a string and they've been hanging for about 2 weeks now. And there's gaps in the string. You can see there and there where they've shrunk quite a bit. And a lot of these dried up pretty good. However, I am noticing some spoilage. If you can see that, see if I can rotate it right there. Some of these are starting to rot a bit on here. Now I don't know if that's because I didn't blanch them first. I don't know if they did that then. I don't have adequate instructions, I suppose. I don't know if the bean size is too inconsistent. You can see we have small beans and really fat ones that we picked at that time, and I strung them all kind of alternating together. And I also don't know if my storage method was okay. I just hung them up in the living room with a bunch of these just kind of hanging there, and I don't know if the humidity was wrong in the house. Part of the time we had the air conditioning running, so I don't think it was quite too humid in there, but there may have just been too much moisture in these beans and it wasn't drying out quick enough for these, to keep them from rotting. So I'm going to try the more modern version of drying green beans, which involves just washing and snapping the beans, blanching them, freezing them for a very short time, and then putting them in a dehydrator. So I'm going to show you how to do that now. Okay, we're going to let those blanch for about 5 minutes. Okay, the green beans should be a bright green color now. And we're going to take them out of the pot and put them on cookie sheets. And then we put them in the freezer. Okay, these are going to stay in the freezer for about a half an hour. And the reason that we blanch those and put them in the freezer is it tenderizes the beans so that the moisture will come out of them quicker when they're dehydrated. And sorry about the noise out here, it's raining. Alright, I got the beans out of the freezer and they're not totally frozen, but they're cold. And the texture of them is a little bit different now. So next step is to put them in the dehydrator. And this is the kind that I have. It's the Nesco Garden Master, and you can stack up to 30 shelves on this, and it still works great. Alright, so I'm just going to put the beans in here on each shelf and spread them around so that they're in a single layer. So the beans are dry. This is what they look like. They kind of shrivel up and shrink down quite a bit. They're kind of brittle. They sound kind of crunchy. And I'm going to gather these up and put them into a mason jar. Alright, so I think that went pretty well. I think I have about 8 pounds of beans that I dried, and there's just a little bit that couldn't fit in the quart jar. So this is pretty close to equivalent of 8 pounds of fresh beans dried up and stored in a quart-sized jar. That's pretty good. It saves a lot of space in the pantry, and we should be able to just rehydrate these and put these into soups or stews or casseroles, things like that during the winter. If you have any suggestions or tips or questions, make sure to leave a comment below or send an email. I'm kind of new to dehydrating foods and vacuum sealing foods, so if you have any suggestions, I'm happy to hear it. Also, if you like our videos here, Subscribe by clicking the red subscribe button below. You can also visit our website at flannelacres.com. We'll catch you guys later. Bye.